Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground.
Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're joining us from. Thank y'all for stopping by again. We got the panel on today. I'm supposed to have a couple of more members come on here. But, of course, the topic is, would you recommend the Philippines to a friend? But we're going to talk about everything else, and y'all know that. Welcome, Darren.
Thank you, Calvin, for having me.
Yeah, we'll give a shout out to the NTZ crew. I see Jacob Tanjay on here. I see Elliot Makata. I don't know if Michael Beach of Life is on here yet. All my old heads, there's Hang Lee, Wonders of Life, Derek Casanara, JT Brown, Roger Walker, man. Thank y'all for your support. Any new viewers and subscribers joining us today for the first time, welcome. And anybody that's going to be joining us on replay. Happy 4th of July to everybody over in America. It's not 4th of July there yet, but it is here. That's what I like about this part of the world. We're a day ahead, Darren.
Yeah, so the party starts a little bit earlier here.
Yeah. Now, do they have a lot of expats celebrating the 4th over there?
Oh, yeah. You got plenty of Americans here in Pattaya, Jomtien area. There's a lot of Americans here.
I mean, do they celebrate it? Do y'all do anything, barbecue, anything?
Nah, I just think everybody does their own thing. Probably goes to the bar with a bunch of friends, celebrate it that way.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, the peso is 55.23. What's the baht over there right now?
It's fluctuating between 33 and 34. I think it's 34 right now.
Oh, okay, yeah. Now, is that good?
That's very good. That's very good. I mean, go back 10 years ago, it was 30 baht to the dollar. So anything over 30 is a bonus.
Yeah. I remember not long ago, hell, when the peso got up to 59, remember that? The baht was 36.
Oh, yeah. And they're talking about raising interest rates again in America. So that's going to even help us even more.
Yeah, that's good, man. I hope it keeps going up. You know, they say that, but it affects the Filipino people in a different way. But see, we don't have anything to do with that. I don't know why. I can't apologize for the damn exchange rate. I mean, I'd be apologizing for everything. If I'm gonna apologize for the exchange rate, like, I'm not responsible for that. I saw a video you did, was it yesterday? A couple of days ago, you interviewed a guy who left here and went to Thailand.
Yeah.
And you said here's why. Yeah, what did he say was his reason?
He wanted a better lifestyle. Thailand is relatively about the same price as the Philippines, cheaper in some areas, like electricity is cheaper over here. It's more modern. There's more to choose from food-wise, more entertainment. And, Philippines is more country, I would say. Thailand is more LA, New York, Miami, more modern, more luxurious, and your money goes just as far.
Yeah. Now, from everything that I see, of course, Thailand suffers from over tourism. And I see a lot where they, we're not as welcome in Thailand as we are here. Now, let's be honest now. I see a lot of foreigners getting in trouble over there, man. Dying, fighting.
Yeah, but I
Am I
mean,
seeing something wrong?
yeah, you see in the younger generation, brother. I mean, us old
Yeah,
guys out here, we ain't making no waves with nobody. It's these young, late teenagers, early 20s, can't handle their alcohol and getting in trouble. That's
yeah,
what it is. Smoking pot, over here because it's legal now, and can't handle it. It's stronger than what they getting back home probably, and that's where that's all coming from. The old expats
yeah.
out here, like you and myself, our age and above, we ain't making no waves for nobody. We all live here peacefully and happily.
Yeah, we're going to welcome Paul Ratwell to the live stream today. He's been getting his butt kicked. Maybe he needs a little encouragement from the community, guys. I came to his defense when they were jumping on his back. I'm like, well, damn, the man paid his dues. What do you want him to do? There ain't no, there. I don't think there's many saints over here. Are there, Darren?
Nah.
Not in the Philippines. I don't know about Thailand. Any
No. Everybody's done
Yeah.
something wrong somewhere in their life, Calvin. Even I have.
Now he says the bar girls are better over there. Now he lived there for a while.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But then he'd know. I'm married, so
Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
But let's ask you the question though. Would you recommend the Philippines to a friend that says, hey, I'm thinking about going to the Philippines because you got time here too, Darren. You got a lot of time here and a lot of experience. You lived here.
Yeah.
Would you still, if his mind was made up on the Philippines and you didn't talk him out of it into going over to Thailand, would you recommend it?
I actually recommend everybody on my channel that's single and looking for a good woman, go to the Philippines first. Find that right woman for you because English is the most important thing. Trying to start a relationship with a Thai woman, Calvin, and she can't speak any English, it's damn near impossible. It's hard. You can't have a conversation, nothing, So I say to my viewers, do like I did. If you want the perfect retirement, go to Philippines, stay there for a few months, maybe a year, whatever, meet that perfect woman, and then take her to the Thailand and enjoy your retirement.
Yeah, something that a lot of people don't talk about when they start comparing, which I don't really compare Thailand and the Philippines. They're each its own place. Mm-hmm. But they never talk about the immigration, man. I think the Philippines has a better immigration just for like a tourist. Now, I know you talked about the retirement visas and how easy it is over there. But that tourist visa, I don't think there's a place in the whole world that has a more lenient or I don't know the word I want to say. But
I get what you're saying. An easier way.
Well,
You're absolutely right. The Philippines, you can stay there for up to 2 years on a tourist visa. Then you got to do a visa run and start the process over again. Thailand, you can stay here up to 6 months.
Yeah. Now, I know I saw the 45 days and then 45. Then you got to come up with something else, right?
Yeah, you can renew it 3 times and then do a visa run to Laos and then get a 3-month visa from there and then stay here for another 3 months. But 6 months out the year. If you're over 50, just get the retirement visa. It's so easy.
Okay. Yeah, don't look like these other 2 guys are going to show up. But I did, roll out the welcome form. Now, you're coming here to the Philippines pretty soon, right?
Thursday.
Yeah. That's a short flight, too, to anybody that really wants to know. It's 2.5 hours, really. They'll say 3.5, but that's really from gate to gate. I don't see how it takes 3.5 hours. It doesn't take that long, does it?
It's a quick flight. It's a quick flight.
Yeah. Yeah, I got rid of him, Rag Jam Rob. I figured that out. I got rid of him. Okay, Derek Casanova says, I always said that if you can move the people from the Philippines to Thailand, it would be great. What's the top fruits over here? Well, hell, they've got everything. They've got pineapple, banana, 5 or 6 types of bananas, mango. You name it, man. I mean, they got fruits I've never seen in America over here. But if you're a vegan or somebody like that, you're not going to have a problem over here. He says, how easy is it to bring a Filipino to Thailand? I've never done it. You have.
I've done it, and my buddy Brooke did it. I interviewed him last night, so go watch that if you want to see it. And Brooke had only been with Jackie for 4 months, and she just got her first passport and never left the Philippines. And all he had to do was, go through a little interview to say, hey, I'm taking care of her. She's my fiance. We're engaged now. And it was straightforward. He was able to take her out the country.
Yeah. Journey Trials and Joy says, why is it that Western guys don't want to help fix the USA instead of run to another country? Well, the earth is 198 million square miles, man. There's more places to live than America. And you're not going to fix America. When's the last time you really had a say-so over there? Come on, man, on the channel with that foolishness. This is just an option. Okay? We're not talking about, I spent 55 years over there trying to fix America. How'd that turn out? It didn't turn out too good. They just got rid of affirmative action. There's no telling what else is going on over there. Another mass killing. How you going to fix that, man? Come on. You're just trying to be a devil's advocate, man. Stay over there and you fix it. Okay? If you want it fixed, I don't have time. My life is running out, Darren. Time's not running out, but my life is. I'm not going to be sitting over trying to be some type of superhero. Come on, man. Hey, Bang Cappy Happy. He said, I'm married to a Thai woman with limited English skills. Best thing that ever happened to me. Google Translate is your friend. It could be good, I guess, but it makes my head hurt. I've met women over here, and of course, my Bisaya is terrible. My Tagalog is even worse. And it's like, she can't understand me. And it's like, what'd you say? That drives me crazy. I can't deal with that. And Google Translate doesn't have Tagalog on it, does it? Not the last time I checked.
I don't know. Does it, honey?
What?
Google Translate, does it have
It
Tagalog?
certainly don't have Bisaya on there.
Certain words that doesn't have it in.
She says there's a lot of words that they can't translate.
That's right. I mean, even English, a lot of Filipino words don't translate into English. I tell you guys all the time, go on Facebook and translate some of that stuff from your Filipino friends and stuff. It's funny. It's ridiculous because it's not what it's not what it's meant to say. He says, does Thailand have immigration express service? Darren,
Yes, they
where
do.
you can drop his passport off, let them take care of everything.
Yeah, agents.
Yeah.
They're everywhere out here.
Okay. Now, Vince Lawson, he was at the meet and greet. He says, I'll be taking that flight going back to Thailand tonight. Looking forward to hitting up the smoke shops. Yeah, see, he's one of those young guys. Yeah. You're going to like it there. It's a lot of Filipino vloggers that are going over to Thailand now. I'm going back. I'm going to take Maryland in the next month or two. But
Now,
I'm
you
gonna
coming
stay
back on
over
the
there.
flight with me on the 1st of August, right? I got you booked, man.
Well, I've got a meet and greet. Well, it might be because we got a meet and greet in Cagayan de Oro, but hopefully you can make our meet and greet in Cebu.
Well, I spoke to the wife about it. She really wants to be there, but right now she's on a student visa and she's got obligations. So I'm just flying back by myself to cancel my retirement visa. in the Philippines. But she really wants to come to the meet and greet and meet you and your wife and your kids. So I said I'll miss it and wait till the next one where we can both go.
Oh, so you're coming by yourself?
I'm just coming by myself, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, he says fix America. I think this guy, he used to be like a supporter, but here lately, he's become a devil's advocate, man. How you going to fix America? How you going to put that on our shoulders? Here we are, man. Hell, we're in the fourth quarter of our life. We're trying to fix ourselves. Our life is running out. Give that to them young people over there. Hell, they help mess it up anyway. Yeah, RV said July 4th used to be a Philippine holiday, Philippine American Friendship Day. If you go back a little bit more, it actually used to be their Independence Day. But once the Philippines gained their independence from America, they was like, nah, it's okay. We're going to choose our own date. And they chose June 12th, I believe. Yeah, he said, it's like somebody's getting killed every 10 minutes in America.
It's
This
too
was
damn
in
dangerous.
Boston. Yeah, this was
Would you want to bring your wife and kids to the States?
This was in Baltimore at a block party. 2 people killed, 28 injured. I'm like, damn, what kind of gun did they have? Mike Dawsonville says the top fruit in the Philippines is durian. It's durian. Especially in the back. Yeah, you can get past that smell, man. I can't get past that smell. But then they got jackfruit. Now, here's the crazy thing about jackfruit. You can catch the jackfruit at a certain time, and it'll taste like meat, right? But then, as it gets older, it turns into a fruit. If you think I'm playing, Booby, get Booby, put something on her. She just got the shower. Yeah, have you ever tasted jackfruit where they put it as the substitute for meat?
No, never tried it.
Oh man, it's delicious. You won't even know it. Tastes just like meat. But for the most part, it's a fruit too. Yeah, I like that jackfruit. Ask your wife about that. Does she do they ever use it for meat? Does that?
Yes, it's nice.
She says it's nice. She likes it.
Yeah. W Secrets of Success, thanks for that super chat. He said, Darren Cooper, I saw your recent video on the bike trip to and from Bangkok, but that return ride appeared to be rough on you.
Oh man, was it? We drove 606 kilometers around the Thai coast all the way to Pattaya through Bangkok in one day. 15 hours it took us.
Wow.
On a motorbike.
Who was it?
Me and Darlene.
Yeah, I took that ride in a SUV from Bangkok to Pattaya. I think it's like a 1.5 hours, 2 hours or something, right?
Yeah, but we did it a lot farther. We did it down by a place called Champong, which is down by Koh Samui. And we went to Koh Samui Island, and the ferry got canceled. It went into dry dock. We had to find an alternate route, which was 700, almost 800 kilometers that we had to drive back.
Yeah. Now, the vegans use jackfruit as meat, but as it ages a little bit more, it actually turns into fruit, and it's delicious. I like it. Yeah, I'm getting ready to say this right now. He says record number of passport applications this past year, over 22 million. Expedited, taking over 2 months. Yeah, they said there's a delay in passports. I've got it written down here. I was just reading about that. And I think the pandemic had something to do with that. People are starting to get out and see the world, man, before they shut it down again. Because you never know when they're going to do that. Victor Gillen says, have you ever been to the island of Batangas or Batanas? I've never been there before.
Yes. Batangas.
Batanas. Nah, I don't know it.
Batanes, no. Up north.
Yeah.
Up.
Batangas I have, but that's not an island. That's on Luzon. Sammy Davis says, the woman that played Felicia in Friday owns a vegan food truck that uses jackfruit as a meat substitute. Yeah. Now, Hugh Erection says, huge erection. Yeah, huge erection. You know, people are crazy. Is they racist in the Philippines? You know, nothing like what I've dealt with, okay, in America. It's nothing like that. Maybe discrimination, but racist, no. Yeah, I think people need to figure out what racism means, you know. But I don't have to deal with that. Now, one of our guests, I was going to have him talk about, he's really disappointed in the Philippines. I said, hey, you're only up there in Luzon, man. You need to move around a lot. I recommended that you find your sweet spot before you just toss the Philippines, you throw the Philippines under the bus. But it may not be for you, but guess what? I'm not going to be miserable anywhere. If I'm not miserable, I'm going to sit over here and talk about it. I'm going to go home. I'll go somewhere else. You know, that's just how it is. And that's what I was telling him. Don't be miserable over here because misery loves company. You're going to make everybody miserable. But he said he was facing racism and hate and all of that. I'm like, man, what part of the Philippines are you in?
I never saw it.
I've been there on and off for 14 years, and he's lighter than me. He could probably pass as a Filipino. I've never experienced it, man. But remember, I don't know the language 100%, so maybe they were talking about me behind my back, but that's the good thing. I don't know it, but their actions have never said that to me. Okay. And yeah, they understand. They understand money. But I think something else is going on with him, just in my humble opinion, because he's only been here a few months. You know, he hasn't been here a year yet.
Hey, Calvin, can I just touch on that racism issue, brother?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, with racism, I've spoken to many Filipinos. I've spoken to many Thais about this. And, you know, to them, they don't see us as white and black. They see us as Americans, French, German, British, Australian, Canada, wherever we're from. They don't see us that way. I don't see the racism. Now, I know I'm not black, I'm white, you know, but I do. Most of my friends are black, and they're telling me the same things, that, you know, when they leave the States and they come to either the Philippines or Thailand, it is just completely different.
Absolutely. Well, we're all thrown into that same pot, Darren.
Yeah.
We're just foreigners because they don't know the difference between. I know your wife says she does, but I don't believe her. She don't know the difference between a Canadian and an American because they're almost the same. But we're foreigners, and you're not inside the Philippines. I mean, why would you? They want your money. Why in the world would they stop me from coming somewhere when I'm bringing my paycheck with me? They're not going to do it. They're promoting tourism. They're not pushing anybody back. Now, if I lived over here, if I was trying to get a job, an acting career, singing career, would that bother me? Maybe, but I'm not doing all of that. See? And this is where, like I said, I just don't see it. They roll out the red carpet for me wherever I go. They don't even know Sunshine Show is really outside of Visayas region. They don't know me anywhere else. But they've always done that for me. Let's see what this guy says over here. This is a good one. He says, do they learn salsa? Yeah, they do. It's big over here. It's not really salsa. It's more like ballroom dancing. especially in Lady and different places like that. Yeah. Well, it's not really racist. If you know the definition of racist, it isn't racist. He says it's a skin tax. Those are the little bitty guys, man. If you go in the mall, man, they got a price tag on there. When you get up to the damn counter, they don't change it because you're white or I'm black. Yeah, if you go to these little marketplaces and stuff like that, you can do that in Chicago. They don't call it a skin tax. So no. What's it? You know, what is it? A extra 100 pesos or something? You guys lose your mind over that. They're not racist, man.
Now check this out.
Nothing like what's going on over in America. Come on, man. Be for real.
Now check this out, Calvin.
And all that stuff over here. You know.
Yeah, now check this out. When me and Darlene went to Koh Samui, we went to a tiger zoo, and they asked her if she was Thai, and she said, no, I'm Philippines. So they charged her the expat price. So are they racist against Philippines too in Thailand?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I mean, what are they going to charge you? An extra 50 pesos and you're going to call them racist? It's called survival over here, man. That's what it's called, Izzy and Chris. It's called survival. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'll tell guys all the time, don't ever forget where you are. You're in the Philippines. You're not in America. You're not in Las Vegas somewhere. People are earning $20, $30 an hour. So people over here are struggling to eat every damn day. And if they want to charge you an extra 20 pesos for your damn mangoes, you can't call them racist. Y'all crazy, because some guy asked me, he said, hey, Cal, aren't you tired of getting nickeled and dimed to death? I said, no. I said, in the beginning, you think they're nickeling and diming you to death, but at the end of the day, you realize it's about survival, man. And I'm not going to let 100 pesos ruin my vacation or my trip or my, or my retirement over here. It's just the way I look at it. This guy's talking about is racist. He don't realize I used to fight the Ku Klux Klan every day to go to school in the 7th grade as a 12-year-old. That's racist. They didn't want me to go to school with their kids, and they standing out there burning crosses, knocking all the windows out of our bus. Get off of here with that foolishness, man. You don't see that over here. Talking about discrimination, age discrimination, color discrimination, but racist? You better go back and find out what the definition of being a racist is. Sammy Davis says, brother Cal, I tried to open up a bank account at BOI. What's that? She said my ACR card said tourist, so I can't do it. Did you experience that? I use PNB, and it's hit and miss, Sammy. You just gotta have to keep going until they let you open one, because it's hit and miss. Some banks will say, no, we don't want that, but other ones will let you do it.
BDO will let you do it. It's one of the easiest ones to get a bank account with.
Yeah, he said BOI. I was it BPI. They're strict.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Okay, he says that when he was in the Philippines, as far as racism, some females in English City rejected me in the bars. But that's the racism extent I experienced. I don't know. Maybe they think, that you didn't have the type of money they're looking for. And remember, they have to lay down. I think that is like a preference more than likely, because they can't afford to be racist, man. Did they discriminate against you? Yeah, they did. But they discriminate over here. Okay, when you get over 30 years old, see, you can't do that in America, but you see the job application, the job advertisements here, they'll say 18 to 30. If you're not 18 to 30, there's no sense in you applying. That couldn't make it in America. You can't do that. Jam Silver says, I lived in Vietnam and worked in Cambodia back in the days and didn't feel any racism at all. We've dealt with racism. We know what it is. It's not because Oh, some women don't want to go out with me. Hell, that's not racism. You know, and then the crazy thing is a lot of racists come over here and marry Filipinas. And I'm thinking like, wow, what's that all about? I mean, there's people over here that's darker than me. They live in the Philippines. Hell, the sun shines 24 hours a day. He said, but I felt it in Canada. But see, I don't let that kind of stuff bother me. I'm going to tell you something. If I experienced that, I wouldn't be here. Do you think I'm going to go from the frying pan into the fire? I'm not going to do it. Let's see. He says, I don't think they distinguish between Western countries. I'm just a foreign. Yeah, I'm just a foreigner. That's what we said. When I got married, they put Canadian on my marriage certificate, even though they had my American passport. Wow. Ecom process. He came to my meet and greet. He said expat purchased property in Guimaras outside Iloilo, beach view for, wow, 300, what's that? 300 million? This is why he said in the album with all the services, hidden gem for all you fellas. I'll be the canary in the mine. Oh, okay. Now, what's the 300 M2? Is that 300 per square meter? Is that what you're saying? I think that's what he's saying. That's cheap. That's cheap, guys, okay? Because you know what they're selling it for here. And this is even this little bitty San Carlos City, man. You know how much it is in some places? It's approaching 5,000 pesos per square meter. Yeah. He says, I don't mind paying extra for tourist sites in Thailand. I'm just happy that they let me live in their country. And okay, when I came to, every time I fly, I don't care what country I'm in, and I go to the damn airport, is that a skin tax? What is that called? When a damn Coca-Cola is $2. What's that? And everybody's paying that. They do it in every country. Where'd you get that?
Market.
Let me see. Is it alive?
No.
Oh, okay, here. Oh, man, we got these now, guys. We're going to eat good today. Let's see Slippers lobster, man. They're delicious.
Wow, that's a big one.
Ugly, man. They look like Predator, but they're so good.
Hey, Darlene, you seeing this? Look how big this lobster is. Wow.
Yeah, they're delicious. And they're not that expensive. But it's a certain way. We had to go online to find out how to cook them. We went on YouTube. They're delicious, man. And they're not cheap.
Cook it in butter. They're really good.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah, we pay more than the locals anyway. But, I mean, I don't look at that as racist. To me. I wouldn't be here, guys. I'm telling you now. If anything, they roll out the red carpet. Sometimes, depending on where I go in the Philippines, you know, but especially in San Carlos City, sometimes I go in a restaurant, they won't even charge me. They'll give me my meal for free because they know all the business I bring them and stuff like that. I've seen the opposite, but I don't pay. If I know I'm going to the market, I've been here for over 4 years. If I go to that market today, they're going to charge me more, darn, than they will Maryland. And I've been here for 4 years. It's just the way it is, man. But I don't take it personal, you know.
Even in Thailand, I let Darlene do all the shopping because I know they see me, the price goes up.
If somebody does me wrong, what I will do, yeah, I'll put them on my do not call list. That means I won't ever patronize them again. And I've done that so many times. Okay, he says, hey, Cal, good morning. I got a question for you. Where the hell are the birds? I see no birds. Yeah, you see them little bitty birds here. But you're right. Because I used to throw out the bread and hell, the cats end up eating the damn bread. But there's birds over here, but you don't see that many. Okay, he's going to use that three-letter word that we don't like to use around here. My Filipina LDR. And her family loved that I'm a South Texas Mexican American. No racism whatsoever. We're very similar in so many ways, especially with the similar words are Spanish and Tagalog. Yeah, Filipino words have a Spanish root to them. He said they, and I know this to be true right here. He said some pro-Filipino sex workers have said they fear the member size on the vlogs, and I remember the one and only time I ever did that over here was in 2009. Taxi driver took me to a place, and none of the women want to deal with me. And I was like, well, why? And one woman finally did, but he said when we left, he said they like Japanese, and Chinese men. I guess because they're small. So I don't know. We're not anti-Americans, fool. We're just telling you the truth. You're gonna call me anti-Americans because we want better for the country. Anti-American, denounce your citizenship. I've paid taxes and voted there my whole life. F you, man. Get off here with that foolishness. Y'all ignorant with that. That's why they call it free speech. It's not hate speech, free speech. Wow, 300 pesos per square meter. That's cheap.
That is damn cheap.
The last time I saw that, it's right here in St. Carlos, but it was way back in when Maryland looked at it before we built this house. It's way back in the wilderness somewhere. You can't hardly get back there. You can't get back there with a car. You need a motorcycle. I mean, the roads are terrible, but it was 250 pesos per square meter. And then when we got there, I mean, it was like an old, what do you call that when they make the coconuts out of charcoal and everything? What do they call that?
What they
That's
call
what
that,
it
honey?
was.
Where they make the coconuts out of charcoal. Uling?
No, that's her word.
I don't know what the English word is. Yeah.
No, I mean, they in the Philippines. Wait, honey,
We got to ask our women. We don't know.
What's the name of it when you turn coconuts into charcoal? Copra. Yeah, it was a copra. Yeah, it was an old copra place, and I mean, it would have cost 1 million pesos to clean all that out.
That's the coconut that my sister is business with.
Mike Dawsonville says every Filipino thinks foreigners are rich. It doesn't matter if you're white, black, or purple. That's the reason they jack up the price every time they see us. Yeah, I wouldn't call it racism, man. I don't know, man. Y'all don't realize what racism is. He said, yeah, that's a crazy looking lobster. But I tell you what, when you cook that thing and you cut it up the back and you open it up, it just looks like regular lobster, right, Darren? Have you tried it before?
Oh, yeah.
Good. Now look at this. He's saying they're asking 19,000 pesos per square meter for land around English City. Wow, 2.5 million pesos for 100 square meter lot. Yeah, because that's prime real estate. But yeah, he's right. He says the poor man's passport guy said, "Heck, Cooper, you got me wanting to give Patty another try. I like your condo."
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
So is there anything that you don't like about Thailand? Not the language, but I'm saying.
Only the humidity. That's the only bad thing about Thailand, the humidity. You walk around with a sweat rag every day, Calvin. I've seen you do it. I walk around with 2.
Yeah. You need it here. I go
Yeah.
everywhere, and then I use my rag not just for my sweat rag, but when you go to the restaurant and they give you that little tiny piece of napkin.
Uh-huh.
I already ate some spare ribs. Your hands is all covered with sauce, and they bring you back this little bitty square of napkin, and you're like, "What am I supposed to do with this?"
Yeah.
And they give you a whole stack of them. I just
Mhm.
take the whole stack and wipe my face and everything off. I'm like, damn. Big Dog says, "You are Americans. Why do y'all give a hoop about what people think of you?" Uh, yeah, I'm not going to talk about that. Well, racism seems to get into the conversation everywhere because
Yep.
it's just a way of life. When you come from America, we think it's everywhere though, but it's not. We think that the whole world works the same way as over in America when it doesn't. America's just a small piece of this puzzle. Bijan Bain said the bot's nearly 36 to a dollar now. Darren, you said
It,
33 to
it may be.
34.
It may be. I mean, my money comes out of the ATM and bought now, so I really don't care too much about the dollar. It all just comes out and bought to me. It
Yeah.
may be that high, yeah. But it's doing
Now
good. It's
he's
doing good.
now he's saying the same thing about that you said, Darren. Purchasing a condo in Thailand is definitely more affordable than the Philippines.
Yeah. I mean, you've been out here, you've seen them. I mean, this condo
Yeah.
I'm living in right now, where I am right now, my condo is what I would call a 5-star condo, and it's brand new, it's beautiful, and it's $35,000 to buy.
Yeah, I was only out there for 5 days. I was only in Patio 2 days, and I saw it. I was like, I mean, these brand new condominiums right on Beach Road. They were only like 80,000, anywhere from 50 to 80,000. And I'm like, wow. You get back to the Philippines, it's like it's double that. Terry, we were in the Iloilo, right? And we went to Mega World. They had how you're in the mall, they have the salesman there. Well, hell, their condominiums are 8 to 10 million. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy.
And I'll tell you what it is, Calvin. It's the Chinese pushing the price up, man. They're pushing it up so the expats can no longer afford it. That's why a lot of expats are leaving Philippines, coming to Thailand. They're saying, heck with this.
Yeah, if they want to buy that um, condominium, because they,
I mean,
they don't feel right buying the lot because they say, well, I can't own it, but you don't own it in America. Miss a few of them tax payments and see what
but you know
happens.
what? You don't need to buy a condominium here. It's cheaper to rent. I'm paying $260 a month, Calvin. $260. Where are you going to stay in a 5-star place for $260 a month? You ain't. Free Wi-Fi, free swimming pool, free gym. It's got everything here. Free security. I can't find a better life nowhere.
Yeah. That's why I built, man. I was like, well, I'm going to roll the dice and I'm going to build. I just had a budget. I wasn't going to spend 5, 10, 15 million like you see people doing because I don't have any rent. I rented that place in Sikiho. I can give that up at any time. I'm not locked in, though. You know, it's right on the beach. Sperling Edwards, thanks for that super chat. He said, I would definitely tell a friend to retire here, especially one of my chess playing buddies. I would. I would suggest the Philippines, which is what I do. I tell them, hey, it's one option. That's all it is. Then you got Thailand. You got so many places, Brazil, Colombia. It just depends on what you like and what you're looking for. I mean, but it's not going to fix you. If you broke over there, you're probably going to be broke over here. Your rent's just going to be cheaper. Now, he says, do they pay an extra premium when buying a condo? Darren, over there?
Yeah, the condo prices are a little bit more expensive for expats than Thais, but that's only because that's not skin tax. That's because the Thai government gives the Thai citizens a subsidy. We don't get that subsidy.
Yeah,
We ain't citizens. So it's not a skin
right.
tax. It's just they get the subsidy from the government.
Well, Bang Cappy, is this Bang Cappy happy? He says, I could buy a 2-bedroom condo in Bangkok for 30,000. Wow. I wouldn't describe it as nice, but it's in a safe area and has everything I need. My rent is 130 per month. And I think you're hitting on something right here. Even in the Philippines, it just depends on where you want to live. If you live among the locals, and I mean, you don't have to live like the locals, but if you live among them, you can get low rent. But if you want to move over by the business district and the malls and everything like that, it's going to cost you. So I never lived over that way. I live among the locals. And so I pay $140 a month, $160 a month, like that. Lonnie Franklin, let me go back to him. He said, yeah, the IRS is tough over here. I know it.
Yeah.
They take 40% of your pay. I don't care who you are. That's even the low man on the bottom. They're taking your pay, man. I mean, if you're earning 1,000 a week, you're gonna what? What you think you're gonna bring home over there? 600? Yeah. But that's the problem here in the Philippines. They don't have a big enough tax base. So their infrastructure suffers because of that. They don't have the safety nets we have. People complain about all that welfare and stuff over in America, but I like it because I can see where my tax dollars are going. People get disability. You know, they want to pick and choose. Oh, disability is okay, but welfare is not okay, but Medicare is okay. And, you know, the military and all of that. At least you can see it where it's going. But yeah, if you want to pay less over here, just stay away from those fancy neighborhoods. Because I've got some friends over here, they live right across from Ayala Mall. Hell, they're paying American prices for rent. 2-bedroom for, you know, 1,000, a little bit over 1,000 per month. I mean, if you can afford it, but I didn't come to the Philippines to pay $1,000 per month.
Now you can pay that here too.
You know
They
what,
got places
1,000?
here like Beverly Hills where the super rich stay, and
Yeah,
you know you're going to be paying $1,000 a week if you want to stay somewhere like that. You know.
yeah. But see, we're just the regular guys, and so that's why I show them different places. Yeah, we've got safety nets, Laura, and I'm thankful for them. I've had, you know, unemployment. You know, people are ashamed to go and collect their unemployment. Food are taking it out of your damn check every week. Okay, me and my wife went into it. We got into it, right? This was after I had left. Her boyfriend, okay, the car we bought, he wrecked it. He was drunk. And it just sat in the driveway. I went to pick the kids up, and I'm like, what are you doing? We paying $200 a month insurance for that. No, I'm not going to file a claim because they said, this is why me and her didn't get along. They said, my rates are going to go up. Stupid, I'm an insurance man. There's no guarantee your rates are going to go up. That's the reason you pay the $200 per month. The next day, she called the people and got the damn car fixed. It looked like new. But that's a stupid thing. You pay all those taxes, but then you don't want to file a claim or whatever it is. You don't want them to use it. Only thing you want them to use it on is the military. Anything else, it's like, no, it's a waste of my tax dollars. No, it's not. Some coder says, U.S. should eliminate the IRS, go to a national sales tax, which a Republican already proposed. Americans spend billions hours just filing taxes yearly. Some go to jail. Yeah, when you think about it, the IRS, okay, have you ever been late filing your taxes, right?
Mhm.
I have. When I had my insurance company, okay. You get the extension and everything. But they already have it all figured out for you because they'll send it to you in the mail. They'll send you your tax return and say, here's how much you owe. It already be figured out. And I'm like, well, if that's the case, why do you got me going through all the rigmarole of filling stuff out if you already know what I owe and everything? I guess they trying to, keep an honest man honest or something. I don't know. Excuse me. What's up, Steve? Well, over here, I don't do I didn't do homeowners insurance. You know, I guess I could, but I don't know enough about what's going on over here. And more than likely, they're not going to pay it. I wouldn't think. You better just have some money, excuse me, set aside. I mean, this is 95% hollow block and cement. There ain't a whole lot going to burn or whatever it is. You basically just going to be starting over again. Well, this is still cheap. Okay. He says land here in 2021 was 800 pesos per square meter here in Lady near the beach. It's now around 1,500 or more pesos, which is great. What is it over there? Do you know? Have you looked into that, Darren?
Land prices? No, foreigners can't own land here, so I never looked into it.
Yeah. Well, let's not get into too much politics, but I think that America needs another. We've got a two-party system. I mean, they're basically a monopoly. I mean, when the Democrats get in, they talk about the Republicans. I mean, the Republicans talk about them. The Republicans get in, the Democrat. It's never going to change.
You can be like me, Calvin. You can be independent.
Yeah, I mean, but the system as a whole, we
Yeah.
simply keep. I don't know how it happens, but we keep voting the same people in the office. We haven't figured it out yet.
I don't care whether you're a Democrat or Republican, man. They all lie.
Yeah.
They all tell you what they want to hear just so they can get the job.
That's
lie
right.
in their own pockets. They all crooked. Don't trust none of them.
There's a book called With Liberty and Justice for Some by, I think his name is Glenn Greenwald. Go read that book, and you're going to see he's like an investigative reporter. Y'all don't understand these cabinet members that they pick for these, for the president and stuff like that, right? They hold these high positions in the private sector. So when they're in office with the government, all they do is pass legislation that's going to help them when they leave office. We don't even pay attention to that. We don't care. They'll come over and say something like, yeah. And the most important thing, we don't pay any attention to. The Supreme Court. Name 4 Supreme Court justices without looking up on Google. You can't do it because we don't even give a damn about Supreme Court. And they're the ones who really run your damn life, make a lot of the important decisions, and they're lifetime appointments. But nobody cares about that. But you can talk about Biden all you want. Biden is a figurehead. All of them are.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. That's why I'm independent. I vote on legislation, not people. But whatever it is, man, it doesn't work. Your local government works for you, not the federal government. You better be worried about who the mayor is, who the city council is, who's on the school board where you live. That's what you better be worried about. Because when you get up in that federal government, man, they're crooks up there. It's a setup, man. It is a setup. But we go at it, family members fighting each other, people hating on Trump, they hating on Obama, but their lives aren't getting any better. I don't give a damn. My mother, man, had a 9th grade education. She said, I don't give a damn who the president is. You better have your shit together. That's her exact words were. And no better words were ever spoken. Yeah, come on, man. You don't sit there and Google that. Get out of here. No, this guy right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. He knows good and well. He doesn't. And you're, even if you are telling the truth, you're the exception. The rule is you can't name 4. Okay? So I'm sorry, smarty pants. I couldn't name 4. Could you, Darren?
No. 4 that I trust? Hell no.
Yeah.
I couldn't name 2. I couldn't name 2.
They said, I'm going to pay your bills for this month. You couldn't do it. If your life depended on it, you couldn't do it.
Yeah.
They have the damn gun at your head. You shaking in your damn boots, sweating. Let's see. I know Thomas. Everybody knows that damn Clarence Thomas. He's not the only one you really know.
Yeah, I like Clarence. He's good.
Yeah, I'm just saying, though. The rest of them, you don't know. Okay, W Secrets to Success. Thanks for the super chat. He said, Darren Cooper, I've heard from a reliable source that if you buy a condo from a Chinese development company versus a tag company, you won't get hit with that tag tax.
I don't know about that. I honestly don't know about that. I know that the Thai companies, if you buy one from them, a lot of the times they're tied so that you pay the national government rate for water and electricity. I think I'm right on this now, that the Chinese ones, they're not tied to the government rate, and it's therefore more expensive that way. So you got to weigh it up.
Now he said no Google, swear it. Okay, but you didn't name them all anyway, even if I give you that. There's more than 7. You should know them all. People sitting there now probably don't even know who their representatives are. Certainly their senators and congressmen. We're very ignorant, Americans are, when it comes to politics. But we'll sit around and argue about it all day. But we really don't know. We really don't know. Okay, Mike Dorsonville says, hey, Cal, remember the former football player was a Supreme Court justice? Well, he wasn't a Supreme Court justice. You're talking about the guy that played for the Minnesota Vikings. He wasn't a Supreme Court justice. Thurgood Marshall was the only black Supreme Court justice, and then Clarence Thomas. Now the lady is there. Now they'll know her because she's a black woman, the first one ever in the history of the United States. But they'll say the United States is not racist. How many years has the United States been here? And they got one black woman that's ever been elected to the damn Supreme Court. What are they trying to say there? He said, what is Kay Lega said, what percentage is the taxes in the Philippines? I don't know. I mean, I'm not a citizen here.
Darlene says 12%. 12%.
Well, yeah. But here's the thing, though. Everybody doesn't pay them. A lot of people that you see, they don't pay taxes. my girlfriend, okay, my son's mother, when she was working, they were taken out, right? But then when she went to sign up for her SSS, nothing was there. The agency she was working for wasn't turning it in, but they were taking it out of her pay. And then some people over here, when you go to see these, when you see these workers, they're just getting paid under the table. The tax base isn't here. And that's the problem over here. Yeah, that's what he's saying. 12%. Yeah, he said, yeah, the Robert Dame says the greatest power a president has is to pardon someone, and they all take advantage of that. Yeah. Yeah, so much is cash and carry there. Now, what I do like about the Philippines, the price you see is the price you pay. Is it the same in Thailand?
Yeah, if you go to the like the cash and carries and the supermarkets, what you see is what you pay. If you go to some of the street places, they may not have the price on there. And with
Yeah,
that, like the night bazaars, the markets, you haggle. It's about
yeah,
haggling. If they say to you 100 baht and you give them 100 baht, well, hey, they got more than they wanted. They expect you to haggle. So if they say 100 and you want to pay 70, you tell them 50, and you get your 70 price in the middle.
yeah. See, in America, you gotta be computing in your head. See, over here, if I've got 1,000 pesos, I can go on that shelf and pick out something that costs 1,000 pesos, take it to the cashier, and that's it. But if I've got $1,000 and I spend $1,000 worth of stuff, when I get up to the cash register, it's going to be 1,060 or something like that. I'm not going to have enough.
Yeah, because you got sales tax at the counter. Here you don't.
Yeah, Thurgood Marshall was
What you see
also
is what you
married to a
pay.
Philippine woman
Yeah.
and had kids. Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that. I found that out. So was that Reginald, what's his name? The guy who died. I should be slapped in my face for not remembering this guy's name. At one time, he was the richest black man in America. But he was married to a Filipino too. He was a lawyer, and so was she. Yeah, 12% is just the VAT tax. Yeah. Income taxes and corporate taxes are about 25%, the second highest in Southeast Asia. Wow. Thank you for this information. Yeah, you're right. 12% is the VAT tax. Now, that sales tax kicks my butt in Kentucky. Where are you from over there in America, Darren?
California. It's got high sales tax there too.
Yeah. So,
one of
you're
the
paying
highest
taxes
in the
on your
states.
income. You're paying taxes on your income. Then you're also paying taxes on your purchases. So, they're kicking your butt, man.
They say in California that there's only two things guaranteed: death and taxes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, as long as they taking it out of your check and you don't see it, people don't really complain. But it's a lot of stuff, man. When you get that statement and you look at it, it's all broken down. You be like, man, I mean, it's crazy.
State,
He says, do they
federal,
charge
Social
sales
Security?
tax?
It's all there. Yeah.
He says, yeah, but it's already in the price, Lonnie. And even if you go somewhere where it's not, and they say, okay, if you see the menu is 300 pesos, when you get the bill, they're going to say it's not going to be 300. It's going to be, their breakdown is going to be 200 something, and then whatever 12% of 300 is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Reginald Lewis. Yeah, Reginald Lewis. I should be slapped for that.
Oh, yeah. I know him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not personally, but I know of him.
Yeah, he died of aneurysm. And he told his wife on his deathbed, well, no, his son. He said, I give all this money away to live for my life. That's what he said on his
Now,
deathbed.
wasn't he one of those big time corporate lawyers, if I remember right?
Well, he was, but what he did was he bought Beatrice Foods. It's like a
Oh,
$1
yeah.
billion
Yeah.
deal back in the early 90s, which, like I said, it made him the richest black man in America at that time, or one of the richest. But his last words was that to his son: "I'd give it all away for my life." He was young, man. We take our lives for granted, guys. We'll sit here and argue about the foolish stuff. Get out there and live, man. I don't give a damn who the president is and all of that foolishness, man. I'm going to make a way for myself, man. I don't care. I can't speak for nobody else. If things ain't going the way I want, I'm going to go somewhere. I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to sit around and complain about it. It ain't going to do nothing, man. I'm 60. I know for a fact it's not going to do anything. It's not going to make a difference. So I was telling this guy today, I mean, man, he was angry on the Philippines. I'm like, man, you haven't even been here long enough. Find you a sweet spot and sit down somewhere. If not, go back home. I'm not going to be, complaining and all that. I'm going to make something happen. I'm going to make it work. But I'm sorry. Some guys, they'll sit around and do that. They'll complain. I'm not one of them. I started working at 10 years old because my mother couldn't pay $5 for me to go to the Boy Scout camp. That changed my life, Darren. I said, okay, I'm going to sell candy door to door. And I bought my own school clothes. I did everything because my mother couldn't afford to do it.
Dude, I did the same. I went out mowing lawns and washing cars every weekend just to make money.
Yeah. And it's the same way right now. I'm not going to sit around and complain. That's why I left America. I'm not going to sit there and I'm going to fix this. I'm going to fight for my kid. Man, it's going to be 1,000 years before that changes, if it ever changes.
Yeah.
And it's not for me to fix it. I got to fix myself. That's about it. Yeah, tax and gun issues, yeah. He says, I'd rather pay 100 pesos per month for trash pickup. Water costs 20 pesos for 5 gallons. That's cheap. Hell, the water and sewer is $100 a month in America. That's right. That's what I was paying when I left in 2018. My water bill was $200, but it was every 2 months. Yeah, he said I used to shovel snow. But some people, they just like to complain and blame everybody else. I'm not saying that's what he was doing. Some people are like that. They'll just sit around and argue with you about it because there's always something you can do, even if you can just have to get up and leave. You can do something. And that's just how I am, man. I wasn't going to sit over there. I got passed up for a job, man, back in 2015. It really was a nail in the coffin for me and for America. I'm like, okay, this guy, okay, he got promoted, my manager. He eventually became a vice president with that company. I don't think he works for him anymore. But anyway, he knew my background as an insurance. I used to run my own insurance agency, recruiting, training, everything. Hell, half his staff was from my staff. When my insurance company shut down, I brought him with me over to the company. Okay, so we were filling his coffers. He says, okay, Cal, I recommended that you take my place as the manager when I move up, right? You know what happened, right? They end up hiring a white lady with no experience at all. And I said, I'm done with America. And that was it. I mean, of all the things, that was like, the straw that broke the camel's back. This woman, okay, for about a month, she was working as a sales lady. Could not close one sale. Now all of a sudden, she's smart enough to be not only the sales manager, but the district manager too. They gave it to her. And I said, I'm done.
Was she pretty, blonde with big boobs?
No. Oh my God. Smoke cigarettes, just the whole 9 yards. I just couldn't understand it. And it was already my 4-year plan anyway. So I was out of there. I'm not going back and dealing with that anymore, man. That corporate foolishness. Black Turn 34 says it's truly a blessing to be able to work online overseas while a young man. I'm not taking a single day for granted on my way to the DR next week. Yeah, man, don't sit around complaining. Do something about it. That's the school I come from. If I couldn't make it in the Philippines, I'm gonna go somewhere else, or whatever. Well, a lot of we're not gonna talk about this stuff, guys, because y'all don't know enough about it. You don't read, okay? Even if it didn't, it was there for a reason, okay? Because of the hundreds of years of oppression. Okay, it did help a lot of people. Y'all just talking about college. It's more, affirmative action is more than college admissions, guys. But this is the propaganda that America throws at us because we don't read, we don't know nothing. What do you mean? It was supposed to benefit black people. I mean, imagine you guys act like y'all ain't know nothing about Jim Crow. You act like you don't remember that the German prisoners of war were treated better than the black servicemen in America. Are y'all stupid? You better read your history. History matters. Okay? I'm going to get some shirts that say history matters, but most people don't think that history matters. It matters. Okay? I'm sorry. Don't get me started on that, man. That's the problem with most Americans, man. We're ignorant. We're very, very ignorant. We don't read. 57% of Americans never pick up another book when they leave high school. They go by this propaganda and all that stuff like that. Okay. So, see, I can't do it. I done got tired. My head's about ready to bust over there in America. People are so damn stupid. You're like, I got to get out of here. I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to have a heart attack over here. I mean, really, Darren.
I'm with you the whole way. Preach, brother. Keep preaching.
I'm telling you, man, it just gets you just so like, man, come on, dude. Read this for yourself. Do some research. Do something for yourself. Get off of Facebook. 65% of Americans, this is embarrassing. Of American adults get their news from Facebook. Oh, man. And so you know why we're so messed up over there. Okay? We're talking about the German prisoners of war, stupid. We're not talking about German people. See, this is what I'm talking about. This guy right here. It's like as if, Germans and Jews, they have a monopoly on suffering. They don't. Yeah, it is going, man. Yeah, there was German prisoners of war. We're talking about the ones that were captured in America by Americans. No, they were, dude. Okay? You better look up the treatment of black soldiers in World War II. You guys are in denial. You guys are in denial. Look, when my father came back from the Korean conflict, right? They sent his ass straight to the project. He wasn't even eligible for the GI loan that they were giving the white soldiers that he fought right next to. Shut up unless you know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
To buy homes in those subdivisions that your government was building over there. Shut the hell up, man. You guys don't know what you're talking about. I know what I'm talking about. Sam Champion said, Cal, to make the statement, in order to know what's going on, you have to know what's going on. So many people do not read the news or watch the news. So how can you know what's going on? They don't read at all. Imagine. No, I'm not always playing the race card. You put the damn race card in the deck. You act like it don't exist. You one of those white guys that act like, oh, America's not racist. Anytime a black person says something about race, you talk about the race card. You damn right. I'm gonna play it because it's in the damn deck. Do your history. Read your history. Motherfuckers had to sit. My mother and them went through hell. That was the greatest generation. Okay. So if you want to come over here and talk, you better know what you're talking about. You're not talking to some dummy here. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I know it doesn't exist with you. That don't mean it don't exist. Yeah, because it don't exist with you. It was all terrible. But we're supposed to act like it never happened. Or when people complain, they want you to think you're crazy. That what you're seeing isn't happening. Okay? That's all I'm saying. No, it isn't discriminatory. When you think about it, black people for so many years were saying, hey, color shouldn't matter. Let's go by the merits, our own merits. Give me a promotion. Well, hell, just let me work for the damn police department and the fire department. Okay. But no, for hundreds of years, man, at least 100 years, black people weren't allowed to do that kind of stuff. So they were trying to do that to even the playing field, knowing it's never going to be even. I mean, come on, man. Y'all guys act like y'all stupid.
I mean, society needs to judge a man on a man being a man, not the color of his skin.
Thank you. But if you're an American, you can't sit there and say that that's what's been going on. Just look at the short history. Black people weren't able to vote over in that damn country they passed the Civil Rights Bill in 1964, the Voting Act in 1965. Come on, man. Talk to me. Y'all stupid. They had stuff over there doing Jim Crow. Okay, if a black person showed up, okay, he had a right to vote technically, right? But then he had to take a test, and they would the questions. What's the guy's name? What was the German guy who invented the equation for the atomic bomb? What was his name? Einstein. Einstein couldn't pass the damn thing. They'll ask you something stupid like how many bubbles in a bar of soap or some crazy shit like that. This is real. Yeah, it's true, man. It's funny now. They'll ask you that kind of stuff, but you got these guys who own her now who say, oh, it didn't exist. They'll ask you, yeah, you can vote. How many bubbles in a bar of soap?
Yeah.
That's crazy, guys. Y'all stupid. I mean, really. But let's get to something else, man, because people, like I said, they're in a delusion. That's why I left America. They're in a delusion. And they can be in a delusion all they want. Okay? I'm not. That's why I'm over here.
Yeah. And as soon as these Americans that want to get out and get over to Asia, the moment they get off that plane, they're going to get the biggest wake-up call in their life.
Yeah. They said kind of getting off the rail street. Yeah, because that kind of stuff bothers me. That's why I left America e-com process. Because you got ignorant people over there like that. They won't listen to reason. Okay? Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. They don't like people like me over here who speak their mind. I'm just going to sit somewhere in a corner somewhere. That's why they don't like me. That's why so much hate is thrown my way over here. But I can deal with it. I'm not going to sit there and let you people talk crazy. I got kids over there. Sam Chalmers said, Cal, my late stepfather, served from the tail end of World War II through the Vietnam War before return. He went through so much racism in Germany in his early years and beyond, but never became bitter. Yeah, but but it doesn't supposed to exist. It never supposed to exist. When black people talk about it, they're looked at like, man, you're crazy. What you're seeing and what you're experiencing is not real. This is what pisses me off. Damn it, it's real. I fought the Ku Klux Klan in the 7th grade with the hoods and all that. Even their little kids with hood, burning crosses and stuff, because they didn't want me to go to school with their kids because they didn't want that delusion to be erased, that white supremacy. It's still, white people are subjected to white supremacy. They suffer from white supremacy, believe it or not. But let's go on, guys. Okay? Let's go on. Yeah, it's still racist to this day. Yeah, M equals M2 squared. But history don't matter to some of them people over there. It matters to me. That's why I get upset about it. Yeah, you couldn't go certain places. You know, I'm old enough. Okay, I'm 60 years old. In America, black people were served from the back alley. You couldn't even walk through the front door and get served. But they want you to forget about that like it doesn't happen, like it didn't affect us. Yeah, it affects us. We're angry about it. And that's why I left before I went off, okay? Because you would think of all the terrorist groups, you would think there would be black terrorist groups over there, but it's not. You would think after all the shit we done put up with all that, man, because we're so loyal to America. We don't get credit for that. If anybody should be blowing up shit over there, it should be black people. All the shit we went through. Yeah, bubbles in a bar. So it's true. Look it up. You show up to vote. That's if they don't kill you. He said, Cal, thanks for that super check. Get rid of that check. I am. I've already got rid of one, and this other one's next. Here he is. He's going to get out of here. Because they know we get, well, it don't take much to get me excited. Tell me that I'm delusional.
I know I'm going to have it all when I do my live streams.
Huh?
Once I hit that 6,000 subscribers and I get my live streams, I'm going to get it too. I guarantee you.
I doubt that you get it like me. But they keep dealing with me because they know I can take it. See, a lot of these guys can't take it. They won't even start YouTube channels. They don't even want to even share the good knowledge they have because they're afraid of foolish people out there like that. I'm not. And that's why they can't stand me. I left because of that triangle of death over there. But don't tell me I'm delusional. But that's one of the reasons I tell guys, yeah, come over here. At least take a break from that foolishness. You don't have to live here, but you can take a break. You know, get that monkey off your back. Get rid of some of that stress, you know, so you can live again. Look this up, guys, if y'all think I'm playing. Environment. It has a lot to do with your well-being. Just a change of environment could be all the difference in the world. But if you never change your environment, you're sitting over there trying to fix something that cannot be fixed. And you're just getting sicker and sicker and sicker. And the next thing you know, you die. And the world keeps going. They don't care that you die. You get your 15 minutes of fame when you die. Somebody standing up there at reading your obituary. Yeah, darn, he was just a good guy. He opened the door for me to go to Thailand. And then once they leave, right, they forget all about you, darn.
You're forgotten. Yep.
So that's what I'm saying. I would just rather live my life the way I want to. Okay?
Yeah.
and I could care less about what people think. That's why I like it over here. People leave you alone. You don't see the arguments here that we have over there on politics, religion, sports, and stuff like that, right? You don't see it. I know for a fact I would be dead if I'd have stayed over there. I'd be dead or in jail because you can only take so much. Digital Mike says, it's good to have options, though. That's the reason why, I tell guys, man, look at your options. Know your options because you never know. You may need them. John Cooper picks. He says some of the reason that the younger generation of America don't see what you're saying, Calvin, is maybe the history taught now has been diluted from what really happened. It's a shame. Yeah, but my problem is don't act like it didn't happen. This is what pisses me off, John. Why don't people just say, okay, yeah, it happened. Maybe we can deal with it then. But they want me to act like I'm delusional. Oh, you're playing the race card. Bullshit, man. Shit happened for real over there. And it's happening now. You don't believe that black men receive 20% longer sentences than white men for the same damn crime over there? You better do your research. We're 4 times more likely to be pulled over by the police on suspicion of drugs and alcohol and weapons than white men. But yet white men are 4 times more likely to possess drugs and guns if and when they're pulled over. That's from your FBI over there, man. And you live that way for 60 years, you get tired of it. You say, fuck this shit, man. I can't fix this. I can't fix it. But it's the truth. And that's why I come here. And then you see guys bringing that foolishness over here. There's guys over here now that bring that foolishness here. They put it into their Filipinos' minds, and they're afraid of me. Yeah, no reason to be afraid of me. I've never dropped an atomic bomb on any damn body. Do you think any black men was in them airplanes that dropped them bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki? They didn't let black people near them damn bombs. So, let's talk about truth. Hey, Ken, thanks for that super chat. He says, good morning, Brother Cal. Please keep putting the agitators and haters in their place. I am. He said, let's reboot. Yeah, let's reboot, guys. But I'm not ashamed. I'm going to fight. Even when I'm over here, I'm going to fight. The hell with that. Hey, Henry McMillan, thanks for that super chat. He said, you're right, Cal. Talk the talk and walk the walk. Yeah, they're clueless. Yeah, we're just waking up to the fact, like he said, that we're getting the short end of the stick, and we're wanting to leave, and then we're getting a pushback from that. The guy Journey Trials and Joy. I think he's a black guy. Oh, why you running over there? Why don't you fix over here? Man, we've been trying to fix shit over here. It ain't gonna happen. You ain't fixing that over here. What's up, Michael Beach Alive? We were talking about you yesterday. We were talking about how American, me and Maryland, we were talking about how Americans, we waste a lot of money over here. And I said, yeah, Michael Beach Alive, he extended for 6 months and left after 2. And I just brought that up because we just bought a brand new split aircon unit for 5,000 pesos, right? The guy, an American guy, he bought it for 40,000. I'm like, well, why are you selling it for 5,000? I'm going to buy it. He just wants to get rid of it because he's moving. Well, he lost 35,000. But we do that kind of stuff over here, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Get rid of it. I tell everybody on my channel a lot of people say to me, hey, why do you live in a 35 square meter apartment? condo. I said, because that's all I need. They said, but I need something bigger. Well, why do you need something bigger? All you're going to do is bring your suitcase.
Yeah.
How big
But
you
that's
want it? How
big.
big is your suitcase? What you going to do? What you going to do? You going to bring 10 German Shepherds with you? You know,
Yeah.
15
That's what I'm
cats?
saying.
You know,
That's
your
in
kitchen
Western.
sink and your lawnmower. What the heck you going to bring to you with you to your retirement?
Yeah, that's funny, man. That's really funny. And that's the truth, though. But a 35 square meter condo is big.
It's nice, man. This place is off the hook.
Believe it or not, my house is 54 or 56 square meters. You wouldn't believe it, though, man. It's so big because you're right. I don't have all that junk. I don't have 10 lawnmowers and 5 weed eaters and all that stuff. You know what we do over there.
Yeah.
I don't have a big stack of cherry wood for my barbecue and, 3 trucks and all the foolishness that we do over there. See? Hey, one Mike, so focused. He says, what up, Sunshine? I would recommend going to a friend, but he said he's not sure. I told him that you do better going up there, seeing what's up there rather than being on the dating sites. Yeah. You didn't meet your wife on a dating site, did you?
Hell no, I don't touch that stuff. That's bad news. You just asking for trouble. You better off going there and meeting them in person.
Honestly, there's good women on the dating sites. The problem is all the bullshit you have to go through before you meet one. Mm-hmm. And you'll get frustrated. I was telling the guy that today because 99% of the guys, and you're the 1%, that I meet over here that's got women, nice looking women, good women, myself included. They met them on the dating site, but it's just so much. I'm glad I'm off there, though. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, but, a lot of times guys have no other choice. They can't really speak the language. They don't know how to approach women over here. It's not like you do in America. Hey, baby, you looking good today. Come on over here. It doesn't work like that over here. They're going to be scared to death for you. You pull that. Yeah. So, you go to the dating site, but you just have to be patient, man. And then you got to know what you got to know what you're looking for. You got to know what you're looking at. Because some of them, they always say, oh, they never ask for money. They're never going to ask you for money. They know if they ask you for money, you're going to run the other way. Doesn't mean when you get over here, they're not going to start asking you for money. Because what they'll do is they'll put you in a position where you have to spend money. Because they don't have any, right?
Yeah. Nope, they ain't.
They don't have any money. So they say, oh, yeah, let's go to the restaurant. I know where some nice ribs are. Yeah, when you get there, guess what? Who's going to pay for them? Calvin. I know where the nice white sand beach is. Okay, yeah. Right? And then when you get there, it's a 1,000 peso entry fee now. It's not 500 anymore. Who's going to pay for that? Me. Okay? But all you got to do is, just stick around for a little while. This is an open society. There's no secrets here. So eventually, you're going to find out what you got. Mm-hmm. But don't just run over here. Guys are getting married basically on these dating sites. This is ridiculous. They doing everything but putting the ring and going through the ceremony. Because by the time they get over here, the woman's already got them prepped and ready. Mm-hmm. Next thing you know, they're married. I'm like, dude, there's a guy that's over here now. I hope he hasn't gotten married yet. But I'm getting married. She's my fiance. Never seen her before. Just online. And I'm like, dude, slow down, man. I forgot what this guy's name, but he's boots on the ground right now.
That's why you got to try before you buy. You ain't going to buy a car or a motorbike or a house unless you walked in the front door first, are you?
But everybody's different, they say. Oh, she's different. She's not like it is, the other women, right? And she's different. And if one more person tells me she's never asked me for money again, I'm going to scream, man, because they're not going to ask you for money. They know you're going to run if they do, but they're going to put you in a situation where it's going to cost you money. Where's the hotel? Where's the condominium? Okay, she can't pay for it. You're going to pay for it. Okay, Black Turn, I guess he's talking about the delay on the passports. He said, get that expedited plus 2-day shipping. He said, man came in earlier than expected. Even when there wasn't a delay, I always expedited my passport. I couldn't wait. You know, I'm impatient. I always paid that extra.
Ditto. Yeah.
Yeah. But we're going to keep moving on. But, you know, he says he never could. Y'all act like affirmative action is only just for colleges, big dog. It's for more than that. It's for jobs. You know, it's for the school board. It's for the police department. It's for all of that. It's not just for college. It says, okay, yeah. Now, this is a good one. He says, I don't like the American feel of the Philippines. I want to be an Asian and feel like I'm an Asian. Now, I was talking to a guy over in Dumaguete the last time I went to Siquijor. I was waiting on my ferry. And he said, Calvin, you know, because I asked him what the difference was between Thailand and the Philippines. He said, believe it or not, it's more Asian than the Philippines. Have you seen that, Darren?
More Asian than the Philippines.
Well,
that
when I was
don't make
over
no
there,
sense because they're both Asian countries.
no,
You
but I'm
know,
saying when I was over there, I saw a lot more. You know, first of all, you can't speak. I mean, you know, most of the time, the signs are in Thailand. You know, there's no English. You know, you don't get that American feel because the Philippines is Americanized to a certain extent because it was an American colony for damn near 50 years.
Yeah.
So it is Americanized to a certain extent. Okay. Not all the way, but it is. I understand what he's saying. But I think it's different enough that from America that if you're trying to escape all that over there, you can come over here to escape all of that. It's you know, it's that much difference. But I think you're right about that. Let's see. Janky, this is Janky Joe 84 says, I don't care how good the house looks. If it was built on a faulty foundation, it won't last long. Now, what's he talking about? He said dating sites suck. It's a needle in a haystack. Boy, they got game. Yeah, it's not really a needle in a haystack. You just got to take your time. You got to know what you're looking at. You got to know. See, if somebody just comes on the dating site, like when I first got on there, oh, they had me lock, stock, and barrel. Because I knew nothing about the Philippines. I knew nothing about dating sites. I'm getting all these requests, and I'm thinking, wow, these women really like me, right? None of them worked. I went through so many before, and then when I finally got over here, I met two, and they were both real. But look at all the women. Like, okay, I met a guy, Derek, the other day at the meet and greet. He met one woman, but he said, Calvin, I talked to 43 of them before I met my wife. His wife's a school teacher. You can see she's humble. They look good together. They got married. And that's what you have to do on the dating site. And some people don't have that patience to go through all of that. See? But the other problem is once you get over here to the Philippines and you say, okay, well, I'm just going to talk to one on the street, right? Well, how good are you at accepting rejection? Because you're going to get rejected. That's their way of doing things. They don't want you to think they're easy. They have a reputation as being easy, right? So you get over here, they're going to reject you 10 times before they will finally go out on a date with you. Because they're gonna make the point. I'm not easy. I'm not like all them other Filipinas that you've been meeting. Or you can come over like you did, and what you got introduced to your wife?
A friend of a friend, yeah.
Yeah. I guarantee you, okay, this guy says he met his wife on Facebook, which is another way. You know, the bottom line is it's first come, first serve. I don't care how you look at it. She's chatting with more than one man. You're nobody special. If you get over here first, then she's going to act like those other guys never existed. Although they did. And they were probably sending her money, and she was saying the same thing to them as she was saying to you. But you got over here, so she slammed the door on them. That's what's going on with me. Ask Merlin. She'll tell you. She was chatting with 3 guys, and they were both sending her money. Big money, okay? One Asian guy, he was an Asian American. He sent her 50. Imagine, okay, somebody sending you 50,000 pesos over here. That's a lot of money, man, right?
That's $1,000, man.
But to a Filipino, that's 50,000 pesos. Yeah. I mean, they really trying to buy these women, you know, because he couldn't get over here. You know, he was trying to say, look, wait for me. I'm coming in June or July, right? Whatever it was. He sent 50,000 big ones, 50 stacks. And I was already over here, but I told Merlin, I said, yeah, I'll be here next week. She was happy. She kept that 50,000 and put it in her damn pocket. And the rest is history. You know, now had that man made it over here, I wouldn't even existed.
No.
But when you tell people that, they don't want to believe you. Oh, I'm special. You know, she likes me for me and this and that. No, it's not how it is, guys. When you come over and you see what the struggle is over here, you're going to see. You're going to know. Road to the Philippines. Danny says, I met my Philippine on a dating site. We met on International Cupid, and I flew out to see her 3.5 months later. I lucked out. Friday will be our 4th anniversary of being together. Yeah, you lucked out. You know, you didn't really luck out. You just met a good one. How many did you meet before that, Danny? This is what the point we're trying to make. She wasn't just, you didn't just get on there and then all of a sudden you met her and that was it. It's very few people that do that. I would consider you lucky then. But very few people do that.
Oh, he was talking to loads of them before her, I'm sure of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said you got to pay for those ribs. Yeah, you got to pay for all that.
Yeah.
He said, yeah. But I think the Philippines is different enough from America where you can come here and get away from that. It's just been my experience. I love it here. You know, you either love it or you don't. There's no in between, you know, and that's what I've seen. It's too many other options right around here. If you just say, oh, well, the Philippines is okay. Well, go to Thailand, go to Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos, Indonesia. Believe it or not, people are going to Myanmar, even though the United States government says don't go there. They're going. I've been looking at that lately, man. There's people over there, you know, because you can still go, but they're saying, you know, the uprisings, the government's in turmoil and all that. But yeah, they're over there. But yeah, very few people get on there, them dating sites, and get lucky. Yeah. See, now he's getting honest. He said, yeah, you really have to sift through all the bullshit on those dating sites and find a good one. He says, I found my Filipino 9 months later. Yeah, that's right. I chatted with hundreds of women on 3 different websites. It usually works that way. There's good women on there, but it's just the bullshit you got to put up with, man. And some guys run out of patience. They're like, it's okay. Because the first 10 of them might ask you for money. And so you say, it's okay. All Filipinos want money, but they don't. There's real women on there, but you got to know what you're looking at. And it takes a while to know what you're looking at. But they'll use words like, accept me for who I am, right? Because they have an idea you're coming. So they're going to say, I don't have a lot. When you get over here, you're going to see our house is made of plywood and blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. That's a good sign when they say stuff like that. But if they got this long thing and the English is perfect and all of that, and they trying to be difficult, you don't want to deal with that. You don't want to deal with the Instagram model profile pictures and all that. You don't want that. You don't want the women who are already online. Every time you check in a dating site, they're there. The green light is on. You don't want that. Merlin was never online. What I did was, okay, I sent her a message, and then, I checked back, and she had left me a message, but she was never online. See? But, there are good women online. Most of the guys you see over here, they've met the woman online. There is the exception. Okay, he says, Henry McMillan says, hey, I joined the dating site Christian Filipino last year and had to get off because most were very attractive and I couldn't choose one that I wanted to know. So I will wait until I'm boots on the ground. Well, that's your choice. Okay. The problem is they don't have the flashing red light on top of their head saying I date foreigners. Or in your case, you're a black man, I date black men. They don't have that. See, but on the dating site, they do. Okay. And that's just the gamble you're taking. And some guys, I get it. They say, well, I don't want to come all the way over there without a woman. So they go on a dating site. And it just so happens that Filipinos, they really are a decent human being. So, most of the guys, they don't get rolled. But you have to tell the horror stories to balance it out. Because if I say, oh, well, all the women over here are good, somebody's going to come behind me and say, no, you're wrong. This, and this happened. Right? But it's so slow over here that you can see the crime being put together. Right, Darren?
Yep.
You can stop it anywhere along the line if you want to. There's no way they can put something over on you over here. You're going to see it. We allow it to happen. We're our biggest enemy over here. Most of the women never ask us for money because they don't have to. We're ready with the wallet already out when we meet them. Trying to impress them. Trying to buy them is what we're doing because that's how we do it over there. We don't even give it a chance to develop. Oh, I'm going to put there, here's $1 million pesos. Oh, here's a house and lot. And then when it don't work out, she's a scammer. The Laura says, you can't buy love, or can love be bought? They love their kids, their families. So some guys are a means to an end. This can happen anywhere. So watch your wallet. Well, see, you make a great point. Love has so many definitions. I love Curly. I do. But I'm not going to marry Curly. A lot of these women over here, they love us like they love their dogs. Okay? It's not that old sugary, sweet love. It's just like, okay, I love you because you're paying all my bills. And, you're like a pet to some of them, man, really. A lot of times they tolerate you because, man, life can be hard over here. Where'd your wife come from, then, Darren?
She comes from south of Manila, about 2.5 hours south of Manila.
Did she grow up in a nice, beautiful home, 2-car garage, and all of that?
Poor.
Yeah. Which is the case for most women over here.
Yeah.
So even if you take them to that 1 or 2 star hotel, it's an upgrade. Okay. Now Maryland's the only woman that had actually stayed in a hotel before I met her, because Maryland used to be a part of this, one of them. I want to, it's network marketing, but I call them pyramid schemes. That's all it is. But the other 2 women I had, they never slept on a real mattress before. They never taken a hot shower before or anything. I'm not putting them down. I'm just telling you what you're going to, the women you're meeting are like that. So there's no need for you to come over here and throw everything at them right off the bat. Man, you got to slow walk it over here, man. If you don't, man, you're going to be in trouble, man. You're going to be in big trouble. Hey, W Secret to Success, thanks for the super chase. Cal, where the fall works. Hell, we had them the 1st of July.
Yeah.
They had Charter Day here, man, and I'm telling you, you talking about fireworks show? I mean, really, it rivaled anything I had over there in America. Yeah, he said if you don't think American women like money, try getting married for 20 years and then divorce it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to try to take money that you don't even have. He said, would you go to one of those places that one of those get-togethers that arrange for guys and girls? I wouldn't do it, but it's basically the same as a dating site. They just bring the women there to you. These same women are on the dating sites, but they just bring them to you in person. So you chatting, so you can just walk out with one right there at the end of the show instead of, chatting with her for 3 years or whatever it is. My son's mother went to one of those. Certain dating sites, they'll send out invitations and, for you to go to those places. But it's the same thing. I mean, it's the same thing. You're going to meet a woman. Is it the right woman, though? That's what you're trying to find. You're trying to find the right woman. That's just going to take some time. You may not be able to do it the first trip over here. I wouldn't worry about that, man. I'd be like, okay, if it works out, it don't. But I'm going to have fun. That's what I did. I wasn't trying to marry nobody when I came over here, Darren. That 41-year-old woman I spent them 10 days with, man, she was fine as hell. I wasn't trying to marry, and I never saw her again in my life. I didn't misuse her. I didn't mistreat her. We had a damn good time, but I didn't make a commitment. A lot of these guys, they make the commitment, and they marry the first woman they meet. There's no reason for that. It's just too many women over here. Okay. Robert Dame says it's like a second job dating on the websites. You need to be up after 3 a.m. to chat with her at a time zone. See, you bring up a great point. Man. Because, okay, when you're asleep, she's awake. When she's asleep, you're awake. So you got to know what time to go on there. So you probably, the best time for you to go on the dating site is when you're sitting there getting ready for work, because that's when she's gotten home from work. She's settling in. Other than that, okay, you get off from work at 5 o'clock. That's 5 a.m. here. I'm sorry. Edgar says, hey, what's up, guys? He said, Cal, I know you give a lot of advice, but was wondering if you have mentors over there or guys that you go do certain advice. Well, see, that's the reason I made my channel. It was crickets over here, man. People ain't trying to help you, really. This is the reason why I'm trying to build this community so we can have that. I'm giving you the little bit that I've got. People over here aren't going to talk to you, man. They're not going to help you. These meet and greets, man, are very important. I mean, really. I mean,
that's why I built my channel. I came here and there's like no community.
Yeah.
50,000
really?
expats and nobody's talking to each other. They're all just doing their own thing.
They're just doing their own thing. It's the same thing over here. It's the same thing over here, you know, and you be like, well, hell, you know, I mean, where do you even see them? You see them in the mall. Maybe you see them at the grocery store. You don't see them anywhere. If you see them at the restaurant, what are you going to do? Approach a man while he's having dinner with his wife? You know, it's not like, you know, you going to the gym and it's full of expats. Most expats don't go to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
You have to go to the bar, and then what? Is he drunk now? Is he giving you advice when he's drunk? Now, did I have some people over here that I met years ago? A guy named Kurt Van Tassel. He's from Colorado, and you know, but we were just friends. He never really told me anything about the Philippines. But no, this is the reason why you need these channels like this, Edgar. Man, people aren't going to approach you, man. They're not going to talk to you. John was very rare. John, me and Marilyn, we were washing our clothes, and John and his girlfriend walked past us, and John stopped and talked to me. I was shocked. I was like, wow, never happened to me before, you know. But have you heard from Cornelius Mack? Man, I haven't heard from Cornelius Mack.
Mac, I think he's in Cebu right now.
Is he?
Yeah, I think he's in Cebu right now.
Yeah.
With his old lady. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't heard from him in a long time, man. I know he's doing good, but I just thought I'd ask. Road to the Philippines says, an old co-worker I used to work with is heading back to Metro Manila. I can't pronounce this. Mandaluyong this Saturday. He was there a few months ago. He's fencing on taking the plunge permanently. Oh, okay. He's on the fence. So is this his second time, Danny? Yeah. He said, let's hit that thumbs up button. Yeah, salute to the military. I did say happy 4th of July already. Because that's one thing I do like about America, that strong military we've got. And my tax dollars is paying for a strong military too.
Best years of my life in the Army.
Matt Jimmer, he says, good morning, Cal. I'm watching a blogger on YouTube. They said Philippines are racist against us there. They're not racist. They love when us blacks visit the country. Well, you know, it's just people are giving their own perspective. I was talking to a guy today, a black guy. He said they're racist over here, and I was like, he said they've shown him nothing but hate, and I was like, wow, what? And I was like, what Philippines are you visiting? I've never experienced that before, but you know, it's his perspective. If he says so. And remember, a lot of these vloggers, man, they want views, they want clicks. That's all it takes is for you to make a video. If I made a video right now and the title was, don't come to the Philippines because they're racist, I'm going to get all kind of clicks and views on it. And then you click on there and I say, I got you, you know, but I might get 1 million views for it. Then that's what they're doing, man. You know, that's not been my experience over here. I'm telling you now. He says all the expats are in Dramageddon. But really, that's not true. I'm going to be honest with you. What we're seeing, guys, is these are people with YouTube channels. It's only a handful of people with YouTube channels. They're making up like it's, man, you know what I mean? Expats is in Dumageddon. 99% of them are great human beings. Okay, and you very seldom going to see any of them anyway. You can't go by just the, man, even if you went by the YouTubers, how many people in Dumageddon have a YouTube channel? 10? Let's say 20. Of the thousands of expats over there? No, it's not Dramageddon, guys. I've been to those meet and greets they have, and man, some wonderful human beings there. Don't try to paint all expats by what you see these YouTubers. It's only a handful of us over here in the Philippines, period. That's why I tell guys, come over here. We'll give you an idea of what's over here, but you got to see it for yourself. Same as Thailand, right, Darren?
Oh yeah, you got to experience it for yourself. And I tell everybody the same. Don't knock the Philippines. Go there and try it out. See if you like it. Try both. Come to both places. You got 2 weeks vacation. Spend a week in both.
Yeah, and then there's other places. You can go to Bali.
Mm-hmm.
I met a young guy. I can't think this guy's name. He came to my meet and greet at the Philly Bar and Grill in Cebu. He lived right across in Horizon 101. He was from Britain. He was from London. He was a Londoner. He couldn't have been 30 years old. I said, well, why are you in the Philippines? And he said, he's a digital nomad. He said, because I like Thailand, I like Indonesia. He said, but I'm tired of every 30 days, every 45 days, I got to do a visa run. He said, here in the Philippines, I can just chill for 5 or 6 months. And, if I want to go back home, go home, come back, or whatever it is, and that's what I like about the Philippines.
That's true.
To make visa run. Huh?
Yeah, that's true. But in the Thailand, I mean, you can get an education visa here, to learn Muay Thai if you wanted to for a year. You get a year's visa straight off the bat. You can do it if you want to learn to speak Thai. For a year off the bat, you got a whole year's visa. So
right.
They're both sort of equal.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah, we understand that. But see, here you don't have to go through all of that. You just come here and you get 36 months. 36 months? That's retarded. I mean, there's nobody on the planet that does that.
Yeah.
But the Philippines. I mean, you can say whatever you want to say about the Philippines, but if you're trying to just like, hey, man, look, I need to get away for a while. I ain't trying to fool with these visa runs and all that. I'm not trying to go to college and, and do all this other jumping through hoops and all that stuff. You just come over here, man. They give you 36 months. You can leave the country for one day.
You there?
Yeah.
I think
and come back.
Oh, there he is. Welcome back.
No, that must have been yours. I'm here.
Nah, that was yours, brother. You went out. Your screen went black.
Not over here.
Oh, okay. It might have been my end then.
Yeah. Danny says he's retired from the military with 100% disability, bringing in about $5,500 to $6,000 a month. I told him he could live like a king. He's more concerned about his stuff he's collected over the years. Jeez. Yeah, most of us are. And that's what Darren was talking about. When the guy says, man, that's not big enough for me. He's like, well, what are you going to bring over here? All your gaming equipment and all that foolishness that we collect over there, all that stuff that you can't take with you when you die. I'm not concerned about that stuff. I'm trying to be happy over here, man. That's what I'm trying to do. I had all that stuff. When you get 60, when you get our age, man, it's time to get rid of that stuff, man. Sell it. Give it to your kids or your grandkids. Laura says, is there an antisocial nature going on with some of the expats? Not really. It's just that these cities, okay, it's just like your city where you live now, Laura. How many of your friends do you actually see doing your daily routine? You go to the grocery, go to the mall, go out and get something to eat. You just don't see them. It's not like we all live in the same building. Really, most of the expats you meet over here are really good people. But we try to paint the picture about what we see with these vloggers, man. All that's not going on over here, man. Not where I live, anyway. Let's see. Secret War said, thank you for putting us on game. Some of us nice guys won't admit the game is being played worldwide. Your advice has been priceless, life-changing. Thank you. Well, everybody knows that the game. You're playing the game, right, Darren?
Everybody is. Everybody
Thank
plays the game.
you. Either play the game or don't. You don't have to play the game, but you're gonna have a worse time over here than somebody that does play the game. It's just your ego, man. Okay, I'm playing the game. Okay, I got a beautiful, young, attractive woman, who's going to accept me for who I am. And all I got to do, okay, is pay the bills. I got to pay the bills anyway, wherever I go.
Yeah,
But
I
look
ain't
at
no
what I
Brad
got
Pitt,
over
and you
here.
ain't no Wesley Snipes. We ain't got the
That's
looks
right.
anymore.
And even if you did, if you're foreign over here, then the Filipino guys who are good looking and all that, yeah, they get it. But I don't care about the foreigners, man. I don't care what you look like. You're going to play the game over here, buddy. Especially if you're going to stay here for a while. Yeah, 2 weeks, you can do anything for 2 weeks. But if you're going to be an expat over here, yeah, you're going to play the game. And you're going to play the game in Thailand and all the rest of the places. But, boy, I love this game. Don't you, Darren?
Best game of life, man. Best game of life.
Yeah,
It's fun. Keeps you young.
Yeah.
Keeps you young.
Yeah. I don't have to sneak around and play the game like I do in America. You got to sneak around and play the game. They see you with a young woman over there, and all hell's going to break loose. But over here, it's no big deal.
It's everywhere.
I did it the smart way, and I tell anybody else, you're going to live anyway. You're going to pay anyway. Build a nice life for yourself, and then put the woman in there with you, man. Don't do it the other way around. I'm not going to live in no Kubo. That's why I built this house. Marilyn didn't want this. Marilyn wanted she wanted a studio with a seat. Yeah, she would have been happy with that. But I wouldn't have been happy with it. Yeah, some coder says, John, rest in peace, was a rare value like Calvin. He was, John, John's a lot like Darren. They're not afraid to speak their mind, man. I don't like phony people, man.
No. And I say that on my channel all the time. I don't put up with BS. I don't talk BS. And, I ain't got no time for BS in my life.
Yeah. Yeah, he says the Matrix, the propaganda, is mess up your mind. That way you don't try to escape the Matrix. Yeah, see, they don't want you to know that there's something else out here. So they'll say, yeah, we got the greatest country in the world. And they'll make it so dangerous out here. Trust me, man, they don't want you to take your money outside the country. They want you to spend it there. So they're going to scare you to death. They're going to scare you to death, man. You're going to be scared to move with all that fake news.
Yeah.
Have you ever had any trouble?
Trouble with what?
In the Philippines or Thailand?
Nah, I never got no kind of trouble with nobody. I got along with everybody.
Yeah.
Both
but they'll
countries.
make it seem like, oh, it's so dangerous over here.
Nah,
that's the only reason why people aren't coming to the Philippines. They got us scared to death of this place, man. They scared Americans because I'm thinking to myself, well, hell, they talk about the infrastructure. What are you trying to build, an atomic bomb? Everything I can do, everything I'm trying to do, I can do it over here. I don't need some fancy, smancy infrastructure, and it's going to get better. That's the good thing about the Philippines. It has room to grow. You know what's better than best? America's already bursting at the seams. Thailand's already bursting at the seams. Okay? But the Philippines has a lot of room for growth. That's what I like about it. He said, I look like Brad Pitt. It don't matter, man. Yeah, they might stare at you, but you still going to pay for everything. Right, Darren?
Yeah, you're always going to pay. No matter where you are, you're going to pay.
Yeah,
No
no
matter
matter
whether
what
you,
you look like.
yeah,
He
you're
says he
always
looks
going to
like
pay.
Brad Pitt. Well, you better look like Brad Pitt with some money in your pocket.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. They got guys over here, Daniel Padilla. They got good looking men over here now. You better have a foreigner better have some money. Matt Jimmer says, Calvin, I think a lot of YouTubers tell lies on YouTube for views. I think Philippines are good people, but I think Thailand are racist, but not much in the Philippines, only a little in the Philippines. But you don't see that, do you, Darren?
I disagree with that 1,000,000%. Yeah, I got 5, 6 guys here, real close friends of mine. They're black, and I've asked them this question: did you find Thailand people to be racist? And every one of them's with a Thai woman. So no, they
Yeah.
didn't find them to be racist. They met their families, and they're friends with their families. They say they're good people. They call Thailand the land of smiles. I disagree with that completely. I just maybe this viewer had a bad experience, but for the most of us, we don't see that.
Yeah. I would say
Or
if there
maybe went
was
over there with a bad
racism,
attitude. Who knows?
if there was racism between the countries, I would probably say more so, it would be more so here, even though it's not, because of the colonizers that were here. They left their racist views. They left some of their racist views behind. Thailand's never been colonized.
No.
Right?
No, it's never been colonized.
So, if it was any racism, which I don't, like I said, I don't experience it, because remember, I'm not trying to break into the acting, field. I'm not trying to be a singer and a model and all of that, because it's the same stuff over here as it is around the world. The billboards are the lightest and brightest Filipinos, same as it is in America. You're never gonna see a dark-skinned Filipino on a billboard here. You just aren't gonna see it. And where that comes from, it comes from Spain and America being over for all those years. It's white supremacy. It's what it's called.
Yeah.
This junk science, though. They like the white skin because they're associated with power, with the power structure, guys. Okay, unless you've been hiding under a rock somewhere, the people at the top are white. Okay? That's why black people used to do the same thing. We did the same thing as Filipinos do over here. One of the first black millionaires, certainly one of the first black women millionaires, was Madam C.J. Walker. She made her fortune selling whitening creams, straightening combs, and all of that to make black people look more European. What's up, Coach Jay? He said, what's good, Cal? Got on late, but will recommend the Philippines to all my friends. The issue is, will the friend take a leap or just give lip service? More likely lip service. Have you ever had any friends come over here, any of your personal friends come to the Philippines or Thailand, Darren?
Yeah, both.
That you grew
But
up
not
with?
many. Not many. Very few. I will
That you
say
grew up with?
that I grew up with? No. Not that I grew up with, but friends that I met over the years. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, not that you grew up with. Yeah.
No.
But like I said, the lightning products, most people do that. The realist says U.S. troops. Yeah, he asked me about how do I feel about the bases. Well, see, I haven't been living up under a rock, the realist. U.S. military never went anywhere. They've been over here. They've been in the Philippines, dude. When I was living in Zamboanga City, I saw them every time I went to the grocery store or to the mall. The U.S. has been here, man, ever since. They just, it's been undercover, man. It just hasn't been on the newspaper and all of that. but they haven't went anywhere. When you see them Predator drones flying around, see down there in Mindanao, you know, and I'm talking about way back in 2010 when I first started going to Zamboanga. The military, they have a base down there. I think it's called South Mincom Base. They've been there ever since. They share that base with the Filipino military, and they doing all kind of operations and stuff ever since. The thing is, the Philippines is so spread out. I'm not going to see any military people here in San Carlos City. I'm not going to see any in Siquijor Island. You know how the military is. If you've ever been in the military, we're going to hang around the bars and different things somewhere close to the base. That's been my experience. What about yours, Darren? Right? Has that been your experience? Darren?
Yeah, still here, brother.
Has that been your experience when you were in the military? We always hang around the bars and we don't go too far from the base.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll go off base sometimes, but you tend to do it as a group when you go local.
Yeah, you don't go far. You don't go far.
Nah, you never went far.
You gotta realize this place is stretched, man. The Philippines is stretched out.
Yeah.
But don't fool yourself, man. The military's been over here.
Oh, they're still there. They're in Subic. They're in Clark. I've seen them.
Yeah, they're certainly down in Mindanao. I mean, them drones are down there. I mean, you can go there right today, and you get on that main road. You go into KCC Mall, and more than likely, you're going to see one of them drones landing at the airport. They're over here looking for the bad guys.
Yeah.
It's just how it is. Yeah, he said, don't hate the player, hate the game. That's right.
Yeah, that's a true statement, Doc.
That's a true statement. But they want to hate on us for coming over. Did you get any hate for coming over here?
Oh, I did. I got backlash from my family and some of my friends.
Yeah.
You know? Oh, because you can't get a white woman, you know? Well, I don't want a white woman. I've been with white women. I've been with black women. I've been with, Eastern women. I've been with Western women. I don't want them. I don't want those materialistic women. Yeah, that all they want is your money, money, money. And the more you make, the more they spend. A Filipina will budget herself to what you make. And you won't find a Western woman like that.
Yeah. Well, I heard these guys making these statements. Well, come on with some facts. Okay? Come on with some facts. He's saying silly ideas on so-called white supremacy. He said places like China, Japan, and India favor light-skinned people long before they ever met white people. Well, why would they? Why would they favor light-skinned people then? You don't know what you're talking about, man. White supremacy is real. What do you think, whether you like it or not? But I mean, see, that's what I'm saying. When you say stuff like that, white people take that personally. Like, why do you take that personally when I say white supremacy like it doesn't exist? Or you just might give it one of your own little definitions over here and all of that? I mean, go look at the U.S. Congress right now. Okay? Go look at it. And see how many black people is on there. See how many Asians is on there. How many Hispanics is on there. Okay? Don't tell me, man. You don't know what you're talking about. There is something called white supremacy. The white people, their ice is colder and their sugar sweeter. It's something that they put in everybody's mind like that. It has something to do with the power structure. We've had 46 presidents. Only one of them's been black. And he had a white mother. So, come on, man. Let's don't talk about that, guy. Y'all make yourself look stupid. There is white supremacy, and it affects white people. Yeah, a Chris Postal says, yeah, over the years living in AC, I saw fighter jets and Apaches frequently, regardless of official PR lands. There's a lot of limitations in place because of drama, curfews, no red light, etc. It's true. The military's never went anywhere. Yeah, Booby's out there. She's got a little cousin out there with her, Josiah. I call him JoJo.
Yeah, we still got American Army bases here in Thailand too.
Yeah. He says about 180 countries in the world. Great Britain invaded all except 8. Yeah, I mean, what makes me mad? People are just, with all this, we live in an age of information. Okay. It's easy to just Google stuff if you don't know it. And they still come with this ignorant stuff. Yeah, he said, yeah, so white supremacy. This is a white lady saying this, by the way. Laura. She says, so white supremacy does not exist anymore? Wow, I missed that occurrence. Me too. He said that's why English is dominant. That's why the damn dollar's dominant. Okay, imagine that you can only buy oil. You can only buy oil with the US dollars. Where does that come from? Yeah. It's just not allowed to speak about the British in my house because a lot of these people, okay, I was watching Patrice Lumumba. I was watching his story yesterday, and the Congo, and the little history of the Congo. Go look at that. If you people are crazy, you think it's just America, man. It's not just America. This white man has done some crazy stuff around the world, guys. It doesn't mean because you're white, you should be blamed for it. But I'm telling you, it originated from somewhere. That guy, that Leopold over there, he was a real man. He killed 10 million Africans in less than 2 decades. He was so bad over there that even the white people said, you make us look bad. It's real. This is a fact. But y'all sitting there looking like it never happened. Man, this stuff's all around the world. That's what makes me mad because people are so ignorant. Come on, dude. Yeah, what do you think that all of that Nazism and all that was for? And that was just in the 20th century. We're talking about way back when it came to, look at the Philippines. When Magellan and them came over here in the 1500s. Okay? Look at that history. They'll come over here first with the Bible, and if that don't work, then they bring out that damn sword. Why do you think Filipinos even speak English, stupid? It was the law. They had to speak it. They schools had to, if you were going to open up a school and you're going to learn over here in the Philippines, English had to be the primary language when it was a colony of America. I don't know about Spain. Man, y'all need to read your history. It's a wonder if Americans are even allowed over here in the Philippines. We did such a dirty thing over here, man. Read your damn history. History matters, man. Crazy. Way we did these people over here. So bad, they call it the Asian Holocaust. And y'all coming over here with your chest poked out because all you getting is a World War II version of America and the Philippines. You know nothing about the Philippine-American War. The general gave the order, kill everybody 10 and above. Mass graves down in Mindanao to this day, we put there. Shut up talking to me. They called it Negros Oriental and Negros Island for a reason. When the Spanish came over here and they saw the dark-skinned people, it's called Negroes. Okay? That's why it's called that. Okay? It's not Negros. Yeah, okay. You can put a play on words if you want to. He saw them black people over here, and they called it Negroes Island. I wouldn't give a damn, Jay. You know I don't care. The truth hurts. Give a damn what they talking about, man. They take it personal. I'm talking about history. History matters. Not race. How can I be racist? Yeah, they don't even know nothing about the Constitution. They know nothing, man. It's so much propaganda over there. 57% of Americans never pick up another book when they leave high school. So we can tell y'all anything and you gonna believe it. You can't tell me nothing. I'm a reader. You know, they tell me that stuff and you push back on, okay, you're a racist. Really? I'm not. You're a dummy. You know, it's a wonder that the Americans are even allowed over here. It tells a lot about the Filipino people, man. They're so forgiving, man. There's no way that, do you think that the Nazis are welcome over in Israel right now? No, they sure aren't. Do you think they're welcome? Do you think I could go over there and set up a Nazi organization in Israel?
Yeah. Hey, Calvin, I got to bug out, buddy. I got a delivery coming now.
Yeah, I'm getting ready. We get ready to get off here. I got 3 minutes, man. Thank you.
Brother, thank you for having me on there. It's always a pleasure, you know.
And I want to apologize to you, man. But, you know, when people get on here and they talk about racism, that's the reason I left America. If you want to get under my nails, man, you talk about that like it don't exist. That's what pisses me off.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you know this about me, Calvin, but I grew up in a multiracial family. I was adopted. So I got black brothers, black sisters. I got Asian brothers and sisters. There was 14 of us. So, you know.
Anybody that, if this is their first time, it's normally not the case, guys. But when you get those agitators on here, they know how to get me started. Okay. But they come over here, they're interested in a brown country. See, they practice that stuff over here. You know. You know what I'm
brother,
saying?
I gotta go, but thank you so much.
Okay. Take care.
All right.
Hey, thank y'all so much for your super chats, your super stickers, all your thumbs up, all your support for Sunshine Shoulders. But I don't back away from that stuff, guys. You know, I'm trying to, it's why I left America. You know, so, and certainly I'm not going to allow them to bring that stuff over here. There's nothing really I can do about it, but I'm going to confront ignorance at every turn. But yeah, that's his channel right here, guys. He's got a good channel. And if it was anybody's first time watching this, this isn't what my channel's about. Every now and then, them guys, they sneak under the radar and they know how to poke me. See? But I appreciate all y'all support, guys. I'm going to get off of here. I've got one last thing to do. I'm going to play my theme song.
Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground.
Take care, everybody.